Welcome to Strictly Cohabitants, the podcast with Kaylee and Christian. Welcome.
Welcome.
Anything new? What's going on this week?
Well, you live with me, you know everything.
Well, you were away for work, and while you were away, our dog almost died.
That's
so
true.
that was a fun adventure that I had to deal with by myself.
That's not true. Make
No.
me sound terrible.
No.
I was here for it.
Yes?
Helped a lot.
Yes.
Threw me under the bus to start the podcast. Appreciate that.
No. I'm just kidding.
Hurtful.
But you did have to go away. Anyways,
Did have to.
basically, she almost hemorrhaged from eating some sort of substance from the backyard. But she's alive and on a lot of meds.
Back to her normal self, which is good.
Yes, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's a lot.
So that was a handful, but she's doing good. She's almost done her meds, which is good. We had to transport her ourselves. That was kind of weird.
Shout out to vets.
Yeah.
They're
love
tired
them.
too. Through
Everyone.
this craziness.
Busy. It's starting a lot of pet injuries and oh my God, it was so sad in that place.
Yeah.
Sitting there, we witnessed many things. I saw a porcupine.
That's right.
That was cool.
In the middle of the evening, just a random porcupine.
Oh, porcupine's coming in. We got a call.
And the lady was like, "You can keep that."
You can keep the dog cage that I trapped him
As if
in.
she's doing them a favor. Yeah, you can keep that.
That was kind of
It's
weird.
fine.
It was cool though.
Well, we did it. We're over it. Then I had to leave.
Yeah.
Came back.
So it's been a little bit.
It's been a bit.
We're
But
back.
hey, that's life as puppy parents, I guess.
Yeah, we were supposed to kind of be on a trip at the end of this week, but we didn't end up booking it. So we were wanting to go to Phoenix, but
Somewhere with anywhere
We're in
with
Calgary.
sun, to be honest.
yeah, it's been rainy.
Well, that brings us to our topic here today to talk about.
Yes.
Is travel. Things are opening back up. Good times. Pre-pandemic, we had quite a few things planned that didn't happen, and we just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Prior to that, we had some. You've been on some. I've been lucky enough to do some pretty crazy traveling, and talk about that. Little tips and tricks if you are traveling now, as things are getting expensive, so people might want to learn some ways to save.
Oh, I got a hot tip right off the hop.
What's that? Hopper?
Always, well, yes.
That would have been a good one.
Always find the gate immediately before getting a snack or even a bathroom break. Find the gate immediately. There's been multiple times where I go to said gate and it has turned into a different location. So always find the gate first.
That is stellar advice.
I've only missed one flight in my whole life, and
Gate
it was
change?
a close one.
Never
It
missed
was
a flight.
it was a gate change technically, but 12 other people missed the flight as well. So
Well, let's talk about some places we've been. I think our maybe best story together when it comes to travel is not so much the destination, but what we did there was not something that everyone can say they've done. We saw a live taping of SNL, Saturday Night Live.
Saturday night, and it was truly live.
It was fully live. No mistakes were had.
No,
We had JJ Watt.
JJ Watt was the host.
Did a good job.
He killed it. Musical guest was Luke Combs, which
Right.
is funny because we had seen him perform in October, just a couple months prior
Right.
in 2018
And you
or
got
2019.
us there through a lottery.
Yeah, so basically to win, this is like a little hot tip.
Hot tip. Do it.
So to win tickets to Saturday Night Live, they put this thing out and you have to apply, I think, before August 30th or something. It's different every year. But you have to basically write this long thing saying why you want tickets, why you deserve tickets, all that. You got to really hype yourself up. So, of course, you play the nurse card. You play the I loved SNL in high school, and we made our own version of SNL on the main stage production, which killed, by the way.
And
it
I
was
think-
unreal. 'Unreal.
You took me, which was great and exciting. And I think our maybe best story together when it comes to travel is not so much the destination, but what we did there was not something that everyone can say they've done. We saw a live taping of SNL, Saturday Night Live.
It was unreal.
But in the letter, I think you mentioned that you and your mom are big SNL fans.
Don't bring that up.
It's what happened. Deb still talks
She's
to
still
me,
mad.
so it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, so, and then randomly in February, I get an email and it's like in 2 weeks from when we need to go.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I had just started like a new job. I was still in orientation and I was like working on the shifts that SNL was on because we work weekends, of course. And I was like, I do not care.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely.
I told my manager, I'm like, sorry, I'm going. This is my dream. It's totally fine. We ended up getting like decently cheap flights, I would say. I think I just went through Expedia, to be honest.
I did that one as a thank you for inviting me.
But
we got a sweet deal. We did.
And then I was able to like, at the end when it's like, do you want to pair a hotel with this, whatever flight? Yeah. We got one that was literally like, I would say like a 10-15 minute walk to Times Square.
Yeah. This is the New Yorker, you can say, pretty famous.
Yeah.
Right across from MSG, heart of Manhattan.
What's MSG?
Madison Square Garden.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. So it was a very short trip.
But it was cool. I mean,
I don't want any MSG in my food. That's what I know.
Off the rails today. We had a quintessential New York trip, though. I mean, we did pretty much everything that New York is known for, other than like the boroughs. Like we didn't see a ball game or like do Brooklyn or whatever. But
well, also we never found the good restaurants, so that's.
I did say that I would buy you a fancy meal for being your plus one, and we ended up at a pretty cheap sports bar.
Yep.
I spend a lot of money still.
Well, we were there.
So food.
We were literally there for 72 hours. So not even because it was like, okay, I can go from this to this. I can't miss any more of my work. Yeah. And so, yeah, flew in, got into the hotel.
Flew in first thing Saturday morning.
Yeah. So literally we were like, we are going to SNL tonight. Yep. Like, this is crazy. And you have to be in line, like decently early. I think it said for us to be there at like 8. And I think it started at 10:30.
We had a full day in New York.
Yeah. What did we do during the day?
We just walked around Times Square for the most part. Figured out where the things were that we wanted to do the next day because we didn't have any time to waste on Sunday. Walked around. We had a wildly overpriced dinner at a sports bar. And then we walked back towards 30 Rock, explored for a while.
Yeah, the skating rink was open, I think.
In line.
Yeah. Went to the NBC store, and oh my God, I could have spent 17 more hours there. It was so fun.
Did SNL. A few things about SNL if you're going to know. 1, no concession, nothing.
No water.
Nothing allowed in. So if you had a travel day that day and you didn't spend all day drinking water or getting hydrated.
Oh God,
you're gonna be thirsty in there, and there's a lot of cheering and a lot of wooing and a lot of laughing.
And they like force you to kind of not force, but
I mean you're happy to be there. You won a lottery to be there. And what hit us, I remember watching this sketch where JJ has to crush a Gatorade.
Yes.
And never in my life have I salivated that much.
I think we both turned to each other and we were like, "How bad do you want a Gatorade right now?"
I was ready to get Gatorade in order to get that Gatorade.
Well, yeah, it's a long day of like waiting and yeah.
But you think like even in the waiting rooms and whatnot, they might
I thought maybe like and this was February 2020, so like there was whisperings of COVID, but it wasn't like...
There were some cases.
There was no masks. There was like, people are living their life. Yeah.
So, hot tip, if you're going, first of all, write a sweet letter. You can invite me if you want. I'm pretty good company. And...
we're good at cheering.
Know that there's no available beverages or refreshments.
That's right.
So we see SNL. It's awesome. It's amazing. Not a lot of people can say that they've done it. And
and not even the dress rehearsal, the actual, which is amazing.
The whole shebang.
Because you can see the dress rehearsal if you wait in line from like, I want to say it's like 10 p.m. the night before to like 6 a.m. the next morning. Yes. So people camp out and they bring their sleeping bags, lawn chairs, and just like line the streets. And then you have a good chance of either watching the dress rehearsal or the live. The live, they give you, it's not as guaranteed. So it depends how many people are above you. So some people choose to just watch the dress because they know they have a guaranteed seat. At least that's from a girl that we met in New York who lived in Ontario, that we met like randomly at like this jazz bar, who went to the show. She ended up going back. I saw on her Instagram and went to watch the dress rehearsal of a recent show, which was super cool. Yeah. And so there was some like
repeat customers.
Cool little ideas and videos of her just like sitting on the street in her sleeping bag waiting in New York. I'm like, that is crazy.
Some diehard fans in New York for sure. Did that, got back to our hotel, and they were like, we got a full day ahead of us on the Sunday. So it's not like and the weird thing about New York that I found anyway was like things close early. Like you hear it's like the city that, and like Times Square is open and stuff, but we weren't, even if we wanted to go to like another bar or restaurant to get like dessert, nothing. And then we were up pretty early the next day to do some exploring. We did the Starlight Diner.
Starlight Diner.
Which is pretty cool.
Yes. And I walked randomly by myself while you stood in line because it was such a long line. Yeah. That I was like, let's go get Broadway tickets. So I wanted to like run and see what time the ticket stand opens.
A hot tip, if you are traveling to New York just on a weekend, they do have like, especially on a Sunday, like a pared down show. So check it out beforehand. We just kind of got lucky with what was like, but like Hamilton wasn't playing, Book of Mormon, like some of the bigger ones.
I think Aladdin was our our choices were Aladdin, Frozen,
Phantom.
I don't even know if Phantom was on there. One was like, what's the one with the kid with the broken arm?
Broken arm, Terry.
Broken arm boy.
I don't know. Not a real Broadway.
They made it
fan.
a movie. Dear Evan Hansen. Got it.
Got it.
Thanks, Evan.
But anyways, we went with Frozen.
Of course, I'm not gonna not.
You're not gonna not.
It sounds like there's magic.
So Starlight Diner crushed it. Awesome.
Oh my God, the performers. I was basically crying the whole time because it was such a magical experience.
And I enjoyed the food immensely.
And the milkshakes were fire.
A Wagyu beef burger for like $22.
I had mac and cheese. It was really
Pretty
good.
dope.
Well, actually, the mac and cheese was just okay, but
for like
the milkshake was
for
amazing.
the wait. But you're there for the experience. And that was pretty cool.
I didn't really care about the other stuff.
And like worth it. I'm glad that we did it. It's one of those things. It's famous. People know about it.
It'd be fun to like go there with like a bachelorette party or something because they like spin that wheel. They spin this wheel and then all of the servers are singing as they're serving you and like taking your order. They have like either headsets or microphones and they're just belting it. And then like you obviously tip pretty heavily.
Yeah. Well, you're paying
when
for
they
their
come around.
audition.
So yeah. And like people get discovered there. So it's awesome.
So that was pretty awesome. So we get through that. We do some more exploring like the M&M store all around, back to 30 Rock to buy stuff.
Yes. And then we were like, do we go to the top of the rock?
I almost forgot about top of the rock. Did it. Glad we did. And
so cool.
Really bougie.
Bougie. So they take you up to the top of the
Rock.
30 Rock building, which is very, very tall.
A hot tip for this one. How do we do this one?
We stole the napkins in the bathroom.
If you're looking to do top of the rock or go to 30 Rock, we got lucky. Like a lot of this was on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday as well.
Oh, it was Super Bowl Sunday.
So like Times Square is pretty bumping and like the sports bars and stuff. But we asked the people at 30 Rock being like, what time is best to do this? Is there like a line? And the guy was super helpful. He was like, you know what? It's pretty popular, but like we open at noon and just go. Like just 11:50, get here, be at the elevator, and we'll open it up.
In the line,
if you don't have reservations or anything like that.
Yeah.
So pretty high class stuff. I remember ordering what I thought was like similar.
It said fruit punch.
Yeah.
It said rum fruit punch. And I was like, ooh, fruit punch. Sounds amazing.
I thought it was going to be
fruity.
Something like rummy, but like...
Oh, it was like whiskey, rum, brandy. I don't even know.
High class stuff.
It's meant to punch you in the face with how much liquor is in it.
What the bartender said. So we assumed it. And I mean, by 12:45, and we're not people who don't drink or can't handle ourselves.
Oh, we were vibing.
In 12:45, we were like straight up tipsy.
Yeah.
And then quick bathroom break. We go to the bathroom. We come back.
Both of us
Have these.
So they had like not reusable, but they had like those really nice bathroom like paper towels that are just.
These are honestly just paper towels. That's all
they
these are.
They were so nice.
Like napkin almost kind of things. Dry your hands, wash your face.
Thick.
And these things were like velour. These things felt real nice.
Like if you wiped your bum with that, I bet things would feel good.
Probably better than a few other
One
things
ply.
you can do that. But we come out, we're already a little bit tipsy, run into each other, and the first thing...
Outside the bathroom.
I stole, feel these napkins. And you're like...
Feel these napkins.
And you're like...
And I was like, look in my purse. And I had taken about 17 of them.
Take our pictures, top of the rock, pretty cool.
It was gloomy that day, but it
a little
was
gloomy,
cool.
so not the greatest pictures. But then the people with reservations start showing up and everything. And
yeah.
we
and
talked
they're
to
eating on the outskirts.
Yeah, they're dropping mad bills. I think I got us 2 cocktails, and then I needed a beer to kind of get this.
Oh, yeah.
And our bill was like $78 with the tip.
Yeah, it was a cool thing to do.
It was cool. So, yeah, I almost forgot about it. But, like, hot tip, get there early. Because it is reservation only unless they're not going to be too busy.
Yeah, so we had to, like, stand with our cocktails, basically, like, either at the bar or, like, little standing tables.
Yeah, and you
in
can't
the
get
middle.
food there.
And you can't go outside to take a picture if you're just doing that.
It's pretty small place. But they do tours and stuff like that. And it was, like, off peak time to do a tour. So, because it was, like, beginning of February.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But we lucked out there, so if you're thinking about doing New York and you want to do Top of the Rock, either look into a tour or get there, ask the people that work there, because they're all super helpful, and they're like wearing their suits, so you know who to talk to. And
their pages, is that what they're called?
Yeah. And that was pretty cool. And then the last pretty sweet thing that we did was sort of by accident, another hot tip if you're going, all the people like at the hotels and everything will tell you about like Restaurant Row and where to go to like Hell's Kitchen and stuff, or like
and
Brooklyn.
We couldn't find it.
But it was for good because we ended up finding this really sweet like
Dive
speakeasy.
bar. Yeah, it was so cool.
And so random. And we just like, I made you watch the end of the Super Bowl at the Hard Rock Cafe because you're not going to not watch the Super Bowl.
That was Planet Hollywood.
Well, whatever it was. And so we got there, and then we were just walking around looking for somewhere to go. And randomly, we just kind of find this place. And it's called Don't Tell Mamas. And you were just like, yes, we're going.
It was like down these dark, dingy stairs in this like street that didn't look like anything was open.
Yeah.
And we walk in.
Things we shouldn't have done.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was cool.
Yeah.
Walk in, piano, stage, maybe 5 people in there. Bartender, booths, mirrors on the wall, red velvety carpet draping. So cool. And someone belting Broadway songs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
That was the most random thing is because it's New York, everyone wants to be on Broadway. So your bartenders are singers and trying to get in. And there's this guy sitting alone. Well, not alone, but like with only one other person in the corner. And the bartenders are like trying to get him to go up. And we're like,
and he's got a backpack on and like headphones around his neck.
Looks like he's been delivering
Casual.
papers.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to get him to go. And we're like, well, who's this guy? Like, maybe we'll go. We've got a little Top of the Rock tipsiness still going on. And dude gets up and just starts belting out
Unreal.
this song.
Yeah.
And like there's us and 4 other people in there. And the ladies next to us, full on swooning. Like just full on. And then it just kind of, says thanks or whatever. And then leaves.
Just leaves the bar. Yeah.
Leaves the bar. We start talking. The ladies next to us come over and they're like, wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that so awesome? Like, can you believe it? We're a big fan of his. We come back here. Guy just did a full tour on Broadway of
The Grinch.
The Grinch coming off.
The Grinch, I'm
and like
sure.
was the lead.
Yeah.
Crazy good voice. After hearing like the kids at the Starlight Diner, like, yeah, you got some work to do. Like,
he was cool. Yeah.
And then our bartenders start going.
Oh, and so you could like write a request in the fishbowl and put it in there. So I requested like a song from Wicked,
Yeah.
and she killed it. Like she was so good.
And then 2 other people leave. So there's like us and this table of like 3.
Oh, I just got chills. I
3
literally
older
just got
ladies.
chills all over my body thinking about her singing The Wizard and I. Oh.
And then I threw in Benny and the Jets and got the laziest performance of all time because
They were like lame.
we do it 19 times a night.
It was
But
cool. It was kind of like Aussie Rules in Calgary,
Yeah.
but like a million times cooler.
no one would have ever recommended this place. Like this wasn't something that you.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Who
they
knows?
were all saying Restaurant Row and like do all
Yeah.
that stuff. Everybody that we asked, and we just happened to stumble on this place. So, yeah, I mean,
The rum and cokes were flowing.
they were. KB dropped her credit card down
I
that
was like,
time.
I
That was
don't
not
care.
me.
It's fun.
And we get there, finish up, and we're just kind of walking home, being like, "What did we just do? Like,
Yeah.
how did that just
That
happen
was
to
cool.
us?" And then, as I say, walking around, we stumbled. We're hammered drunk into our hotel,
Oh,
which also happens to be
a 24-hour diner.
a pretty famous one too.
TikTok diner.
TikTok Diner, which is like
Not TikTok like the app. There's
And,
a couple C's in there.
it's a drunk.
I ordered a burger, and it was good.
I had to kind of carry KB back to the room,
No,
talking about
that's
how
a
good
lie.
that burger was, singing. Guide you, maybe, but
It was not that bad. The burger was fire.
next morning, Carlo's Bakery for breakfast. Bad
Oh,
idea.
Trash.
Don't do it.
go there.
People will tell you to. I'm going to
It's a
say it
myth.
again. Hot take. Don't
Don't do
go.
it.
Not worth it.
Yeah,
Really weird.
it wasn't great.
Not even a good cookie.
Well-
Pretty hard to screw up a cookie. Didn't like it.
Yeah, it just wasn't fresh. It didn't have the zhuzh like we wanted it to do. It's just like a dirty New York thing to do.
Bakery that you do.
Did I have a bagel in New York?
I don't know.
No, I had a pretzel.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a street pretzel and a hot dog.
We had all the
hot
street
dog
foods.
wasn't great.
Hot dog was great.
It was
Hot dog
okay.
was good. We had all the street foods.
The
But our
pretzel was
last
pretty
sort
good.
of experience of New York was probably the most disappointing was the bakery, and then it was time to go.
Yeah, we had to literally. I was drudging my tiny suitcase because I
Yeah.
only packed like a carry-on size, and my suitcase is like owl printed in like very vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Drudging it through like the piss-smelling streets of New York. There's
Penn
like
Station.
all of it was, oh my gosh. And then remember the subway line? That was so confusing when we were in the basement, and I was like, there is no one else on this track.
Tracks
I
change
feel like
and
we
stuff.
are going to get mugged right now. So
It's cool. I was
we like
flexing.
ran back up the stairs, and then that was confusing.
Look, there's 2 things I know about New York, and it's that no one is tough enough to stab a guy holding an owl suitcase in what looks like his dad's coat.
Yes.
So pretty tough. I was flexing as well. No one messed with
Correct.
us.
Yeah.
But the tracks changed. That was true. Really randomly.
Yeah,
We're a
and
bit
it-
hungover.
Yeah. It was confusing.
Made it. No problems, though.
Because we flew out. No, didn't we have to take the train somewhere far?
Went to New York.
before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newark. Which was easy. Like, we got there. The NM is...
Yeah, it was
You
cool.
get there.
was
And
cool.
cheap. Way cheaper than a cab and stuff. But I think it was like 50 hours or so in New York. Maybe just a little bit more. And
Yeah. Crazy.
Full.
Whirlwind.
full.
Walked everywhere. We didn't even go in a taxi.
No need.
That would have been kind of cute.
No need.
That would have kind of been in like a moment. But
Been on a New York taxi. It's not all the hype.
yeah, I guess you'd been there before. I have not. So
Smells like aftershave and
we didn't see Central
meat.
Park. I don't even know if we saw the Empire State Building from far away. I saw a building that looked like it, but I don't think it was.
You could see it from Top of the Rock. We saw it Top of the Rock.
Anyways, it was cool.
New York. But hey, that's our travel experience. Like our first one out of the city together.
Was it? Yeah, must have been.
So pretty sweet.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty neat.
I really want to go back there too.
I'm itching to go pretty much anywhere at this point.
Yeah, same. What's the most beautiful place that you've ever traveled to?
I've been lucky enough to see some pretty cool things. I've been to the Philippines, and I feel like maybe I didn't see the best of the Philippines because it was literally monsoon season. So I've seen pictures of it. I've seen people that have been back since, and it looks stunning. But I can't give it to the Philippines for that reason because I just remember rain and
So what's the most beautiful place? You're beating around the question, sir.
I mean, lame answer, but it's true. It's gorgeous is honestly Hawaii. I mean, you can't really beat that. It's so pristine and stuff. But probably would have to be in Thailand. Just you're surrounded by, there's like really crystal lakes, there's the Indian Ocean, there's cliffs, there's lush greenery, like just gorgeous. Like all the places we went in Thailand.
What was the place called that was the most beautiful?
Can't pronounce it, if I'm honest. Koh Phangan, Kosin, something.
How do you spell it?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh.
A lot of K's there. Riley, we were at. That was beautiful. Bangkok, we saw, but that's like a metropolis. And then Koh Phi Phi, which is like party.
Go pee pee? Yeah. That's what I tell our dog.
Struggling with you today.
Why?
But that was like, that's like kind of like party island, but it's still really nice. But it's where like full moon parties are and stuff like that.
Yes.
Bali is.
Did you show your full moon in Thailand?
You know what? I didn't. Wasn't proud enough of it at that point.
Gotta work harder.
Did some more squats. Wasn't comfortable. And also wasn't a full moon party at that time. But did do some karaoke. Actually made a performer. Speaking of performances.
Yes, of Frozen.
Made a performer there. Was on the Thai version of The Voice. And finished like top 3 or something. And really nice voice and everything. But he's going to come up on the podcast again. Old James.
Oh,
we're there.
Go.
And a pretty like empty bar at this point, but we're there, and then it fills up, and we're like, can we just like have the mic? Like we've been tipping him and buying drinks and stuff like that. So, and he was like, yeah. So
sure. The guy was on The Voice? I'm confused.
Yeah, like the performer that they had at this bar was like, and we didn't know this, and all of a sudden we just have his mic. Like you just took it, doing our own thing.
Like, actually, we're also performers.
And then all of a sudden people are coming in and thinking like this is like a karaoke jam. So this guy's getting paid and getting tipped just to sit there. And then we found out after he like mentioned to us that he was like showed us a video of him on like the Thai Voice, and we
was
were like,
was he good?
Yeah, I mean he was good live too. I don't know where he finished, but we were just kind of like, wow, we just like kicked this very good performer off stage to drunkenly sing
classic
like
white boys
Linkin Park or whatever it was.
I thought you sang Frozen.
No.
Or no, what was the Moana one? Is that what you sang? You said you sang that song. I've sang everywhere. I'm a well-traveled singer. That was in Indo or Indonesia. Indonesia.
Speak.
Yes. Unbelievable.
But I've seen some cool things. Would go back pretty much anywhere, but getting tougher and tougher with the flights and like the time changes to come back.
You're an old man now, I suppose.
I've come back from all those trips wildly sick from flights and not sleeping, and less glamorous part of it, but still highly recommend you travel. Group travel changed my perspective in a big way. Like travel isn't just, you rip to Mexico with the boys and you get beaches and booze or whatever. Like see full other walks of life and how people live, of course. And then group travel, you're meeting people. I met, primarily people from Canada still, but like still good friends with people in Australia. And
I could see how you could have to like get close to the people quickly because you're like, guess what? I'm stuck with you for 3 weeks.
Yeah. And I mean, drama happens and stuff like that, but you're having the time of your life. You're just having...
Any tea?
No tea.
Oh.
Nothing.
I want to hear some tea.
Nothing. It was good. It was good times. I'm a likable individual.
Yeah.
Things
Other
were good.
people's tea?
No tea.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm here to talk about travel, not tea. You choke on your tea.
I did choke on my tea.
Would go back, would do it all. Been to, a few places in, obviously, Thailand, and then would like to see the Philippines again. It is like direct. It's easy to get to Manila from Van, but I feel like, I can't really.
Vancouver.
British Columbia, correct.
Yes.
I think that group made that travel tolerable. Met some really cool people and had a good time, but nothing but rain. There was one day of sun for the 21 days we were there. And so you're just kind of making the most of it. Would like to go back because I feel like I feel like the Philippines is gorgeous, but we just didn't get to see it.
Yeah, but you've been to Nicaragua and Indonesia, Philippines, Greece?
No. Thailand, and Bermuda. Bermuda's another one that people don't think about.
Christian's parents lived there briefly.
Yeah, got to hang
out.
out.
How long did they live there for?
Just over 4 years.
What? Why did I think they were there for like 6 months?
Well,
4 years?
Yeah. It's supposed to be a 3-year contract, and my dad kept getting extended. So I guess he stayed a little bit longer. My mom came back.
That's crazy. Why did I think it was like only 6 months or something?
But it's
4 years?
It is Bermuda-ful. It's gorgeous, but wildly expensive. And everyone assumes it's like Bahamas because of the Beach Boy song, Bermuda, Bahamas.
Yes, I've been to Bahamas.
It's not.
Oh.
So when it's like chilly there, it's closer to the Carolinas than it is to the Bahamas. So like when it's chilly there, you're not getting in the water. There's not. It's
interesting.
It's a 23-mile island by like 1 mile. So
good snorkeling though.
Yeah.
Like reefs and stuff.
Yeah.
Or?
Gorgeous water when it's
Where's the
that
triangle?
season. I can find it.
Is it there?
It's a myth. There's no evidence around it, but you'd think it's like their claim to fame.
Let's dive into that. That sounds scary.
Well, dive into it. People did, and they never showed up.
Well,
again.
Yeah, I guess they did.
But you'd think it's kind of like, oh, Bermuda Triangle, it's a thing, and let's talk. But no, they're just...
Even the people there, like, they know it doesn't exist?
It's not really a thing, but...
Are they called Bermudans?
Bermudians. Most polite people, loveliest people, very proper, which was cool.
Is it, like, ruled under British...
Yeah. It's technically like a British colony, but they accept American dollars, and most people there... well, of course, there's locals, like, of course, but most people there were in the situation of, like, my dad, where they come
to work and
have, like, a specialty, and, you know, maybe some of them marry a Bermudian and don't leave, but, you know, a lot of people, like pharmacists, teachers, doctors, nurses, will go do their bit and move on. But it was a gorgeous place, but, yeah, not something that a lot of people know about. Definitely a learning experience for me, but, like, yeah, when it was cold, when you're there, it's cold. And then it's so small, and there's not much to do, so you're just kind of...
Guess I'll go on a scooter now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I'll go get my groceries
pretty much
via bicycle.
Yeah. One movie theater.
Neat.
Yeah, and that was good. Yeah. Nicaragua, good times. Didn't see much of that for, like, the cultural... aspect. That was, I'll be honest, that was a trip to party, bring in the new year. met some close pals now that I'm still in touch with, which is my favorite part about.
What did you do there? Like,
travel.
Was there a beach? Was there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nicaragua is gorgeous, but usually on these trips you'll go and, like, you'll hang out with locals. You'll do, like, a beach cleanup. You'll do hikes and stuff like that. It's not just drinking and partying. That's a big part of it, and don't get me wrong, but this trip was like, we're going to ring in the new year. So
yeah,
a lot of time on the beach, which was cool, but a lot of time hungover, hair of the dog sort of.
Is it like hostel situations? Like,
all these are hostels, yeah.
I don't know if I'd love that. I think I'm too old and want to be in bed by 10:30 now.
I don't think I could do that again, but there's anything that, like, I still recommend group travel, but you can do your own thing. You can find hotels, you can find Airbnbs. Yeah. And I think a lot of these,
it's on a budget though, right? Yeah. Is like what the draw is.
It's meant for people in their 20s discovering, like, themselves, or doing
funny.
You know, you're probably not going to go to Thailand again. You might as well do it while you can.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's meant for people on a budget, which is fine. But I think a lot of these places now, these tours have where you can, you know, you're 25 plus, and it's maybe a little less go, and a little more.
Yeah, I would be interested in something like that.
It's just really cool to see these places and have things. I have a zero sense of direction. So, and when you can't, you know, use your phone or get Google Maps, it's nice to have things planned, which is what drew me.
And the planning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get your own freedom. You have your freedom days where you can do what you want, or you can stay with the group or whatever. But I just like to go on vacation and not have to think.
Yeah.
literally about anything.
And not worry about like, hey, what is on the agenda, whatever.
What do I do if I get lost? How do I know someone's not, jerking me around here? And it's like, what should have been a $4 Canadian ride turned into like 70,
55, yeah.
because you don't know where.
That's true.
And so, and it's nice because, especially on these things, you are helping local businesses and like families out a lot of the time. Like these restaurants, they see travel group and they see that, the sticker on your backpack or whatever it is. And they're like so welcoming and will, do what they can for you because you do these companies give them a lot of business.
Yeah, that's true. That's nice.
A ton of it. And yeah, it's just nice to, what's really cool about like these countries, especially in Asia, like you go there once and they know you, like they see that sticker and they're like, yeah, I got you, like sort of thing, which is cool. I know some people that have been back to Philippines and Thailand in particular, and they still recognize you, which is cool.
Nice.
Think of all the tourists that they may see, but highly recommend it. Just do it. Don't think. Like, it's really easy to talk yourself out of a big trip like that because it is an expense no matter what. But, I had a buddy who we were in the Philippines together and has tried to, since we've been back over the years, like tried to get his business up and running, like had a relationship that was long-term that didn't go the distance. It kind of ended. And he was just like, I think I'm going to go to Thailand. Was there for like 4 months. And came back, and the house that he was just about to buy, he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going back. I'm going to work there. It was just like, it's just like magic. Like, it's just a better sunshine, beaches, the people. It's called the Land of Smiles for a reason. Like, everyone is quite friendly.
Land of Smiles. I like that.
I'm a bower as well. And like, so it's customary to like, whatever you do, like bow. And I friggin' love that. I forgot that you don't do that here.
You always do that to me, and I wonder, what are you doing?
I am a fan of it. And then anytime I go to a country where that's like not the norm, I still do it. And people, they appreciate it. They're like, all right, cool.
Even if it's ragingly offensive.
I don't think bowing is ever super offensive, but they're just like, all right, cool white boy. But it's just cool to see the locals. Like, a lot of them don't see light skin. Because you go off the beaten path in these countries. You don't go to, the Ritz-Carltons and things like that. You go to hostels. So they're like, and, I like attention. So I'm just getting, people are a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, I just took a photo with this person. Like, I don't know. And I'm like,
blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah.
I'm flexing. I'm doing push-ups, trying to get ready. And they're loving it. And I have no regrets about that.
They're vibing.
Yeah. And I mean, like, what costs you nothing? Like, why not? Who cares? Let it happen. So
yeah,
it's my attitude to most things when you travel. Just do it. Whatever. You've wound up in jail.
Oh God.
Hopefully someone's there to bail you out. That's all. Just do it.
Well, that was our attitude in Hawaii. Treat yourself.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Treat yourself.
Gorgeous. Here's a hot tip if you are traveling after COVID. It's your first trip.
Put the credit card away.
Budget.
Still paying for it.
Not every day can be treat yourself. And I know it's
day.
tempting, but I specifically did not want to look at my visa statement when we were there.
Well, did you?
I did not until we came back and
problem solved.
Almost had a heart attack.
Well, that's because got a little tipsy, threw it on the visa. That was the motto.
That is the motto. You're not gonna not.
A lot of good coconut shrimp.
But you got a budget. Is like, if it's your first trip after.
If you're having 4 coconut shrimp, you should not pay $27 for said appetizer of coconut shrimp.
And if you already spent money on groceries.
Yes.
Eat your groceries.
Eat the Cheerios first before you have the coconut shrimp.
You know what? I have no regrets. But if we were a little bit smarter, maybe we could have gone on another trip a little bit sooner. But we're still paying that off.
Well, I think there's still lots that I want to do. I've never even been to Europe. I've got family in Belgium, and they have a horse farm or something. Yeah. So I think that would be really cool.
I've also been to England. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yes, you've been to England.
That was for football. But that was cool. That was a different type of experience. We didn't really see the country too much. I was there.
Haven't been to Poland. Aren't you Polish?
Mm-hmm. Never been.
Have you been to Poland?
No, but that's on my dad's list of things he wants to do with us.
Nice.
I'd do it.
Well, I want to go to Germany and Europe and England and everywhere.
I would do Croatia.
I would need someone to like plan it though. That's the
thing
hard
about these,
thing
like,
for Europe because you got to squeeze it all in.
Yeah.
But I also want to like relax.
Yeah, it's easy to do the research because it is so well known. But I'm also kind of dumb, so I'd rather just have it done. Which is, again, I'm sure you could look into things like that, and there's good hostels.
Someone planning it for you or something.
Decide what you really want to do and make sure that's the thing that happens.
Yeah.
But I'm into Europe for sure, but I think
I want that pasta.
Just being in Canada, I need to go to a place with a beach. Like I can't just not do that. That's how I relax. I can't relax being on my feet all day. Just like exploring, oh, look at this, look at that. I have ADHD. I get so bored. Yeah. And then I'd just be like, all right, I'm done with this.
I like a mix. I like lay over here now, go on an excursion.
Yeah.
Do some snorkeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't stay long in like a landlocked area. Like I would see Germany. That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah. But like, I don't think I could do 2 weeks in Germany. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could. Who knows? But I don't think so.
Probably could. I just drink 2 weeks worth of beer and I'd be absolutely fine.
Give me a beach and actually I think I could do, I know Italy does have beaches and stuff. Yeah. But I would just eat my way through Italy, I think.
I'd gain 35 pounds and
easily.
I wouldn't even care. But then you're walking so much, and if it's summer, you're drenched in sweat the whole time.
Well, if you've been to these places, give us recommendations.
Hit me up.
We're saving.
Are we?
Well,
our dog just almost
not anymore,
had
but
surgery.
We had been saving.
We had been, not anymore.
But I mean, I'd be into it.
Yeah, I've been privileged enough to just do like a Mexico all-inclusive with my family and a couple friends one time, and then Hawaii with my family, and then this recent time in February we were in Hawaii for a destination wedding.
Gorgeous. Hawaii's super nice.
I think Maui is my favorite though, to be honest. Yeah. Like the place that we stayed in Maui was called Halehuikai, and it had a like private beach area and a pool, so you'd like walk down and then the beach would be right there. I boogie boarded for like probably 7 hours. It was so fun.
I'm into it. Mm-hmm. I'm into Hawaii. I'd go back.
Yeah.
But I'd budget.
So nice. I know. That's the thing. It's like, do you spend it all at once and get everything free when you're there? Like a Mexico all-inclusive? Yeah. Or like have to spend more but get more cool experiences, I would say.
Like where I am in my life right now with like the pup and who knows what's coming up. I think I've got like one more big trip in me that's like 3 weeks. That's it? Sad. Like for the next, until it's like
until you die.
Until it's like, all right, now you've got to really save and start paying down this house before Costco crazy or something like that.
Oh, I thought you said Costco. I was like, well, we did just get a membership.
Yeah, before you spend all your travel money at Costco.
Honestly, Costco might have some travel coupons or something. Maybe. Oh, but something to save money, a little tidbit. So we just booked a trip to Montreal for September because my favorite band, Panic at the Disco, is playing in Montreal, and it's been my childhood dream to see them. So that is going to be very exciting. Super excited. Their new album comes out in August. Anywho, so I love using this app called Hopper, and I've booked probably like 4 or 5 things on there now, and it gives you like Hopper cash back and stuff. So it's a very good money saving tip, and you just book right on the app, and it looks like a little bunny when you open up the app. It's just like a red logo.
Not even an ad here, by the way. Not even
no,
a sponsor.
I just really, so I've saved a lot of money on there. Another thing that's amazing is if you go to Google Flights and you just go on, like click maybe the month you want to go. Scroll down and it'll show you like insane things. Montreal in September, October, as little as $150 $35 last time I looked, round trip. Like
Crazy.
with the cost of gas right now, it's way better to be flying than driving to some of these places. Like Kelowna was super cheap on there. Victoria. YYC Deals is another like amazing Calgary-based company that will tell you, okay, go on Google Flights, type this in because like this is going to be coming up soon. And then also the notifications on Hopper will alert you if they expect the price of your flight or whatever to drop or go up. So you can do Flight Watch and Price Freeze, which you put a little deposit and then you're guaranteed to get the same price if you don't want to book the whole thing. Yeah. Not even an ad.
Not even an ad, but here you go.
But
there's a lot
free.
of like great apps out there now with like everything being online and like doing everything from your phone.
Yeah. And like I've always been an Expedia person, but even then I'm like, I feel like they jack up the price if they know you've been searching, right? Like that's kind of the thing. There was another one I used for all inclusives that was good. That was Trip Central. That one was really good for booking all inclusives because then it like did a full breakdown of everything, like 4-star, 3-star, 5-star.
Would still do that too, just to get it.
I know.
Let the record show. If
We're privileged enough to be able to do
really
that,
lucky.
which is nice.
Yeah. Well, let us know. Send us on the old Instagram. Drop in the DMs
at
and
Strictly Cohabs.
if you've been to these places, let us know. Want to hear from you. These are some of our stories, but it's always been planned.
I didn't really tell many, but
you spent 49 minutes on it.
I went to Seattle and saw Taylor Swift.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, that's the other time I almost missed my flight. We'll end with a fun one. I was in the airport. Well, me and my friend were in the airport bar. And we were having some beer mimosas for breakfast, because why not? And we were on our way to Seattle for the Taylor Swift Reputation Tour Stadium concert. Go Taylor. Not Taylor's version yet, but it's coming. And we were in the airport bar. We're like, okay, better pay our bill. Maybe we'll walk to our gate. But I was like, we have time. My friend was also like, we have time. We're in the bathroom.
But you two are also the latest people I've ever met.
Okay. Yeah, that's very true.
Of all time.
Shout out to my friend. She knows who she is.
100%.
You know who you are. And so we're in the bathroom and I'm like, I think they just paged our names. And my friend's like, no, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, I think they just, I swear I heard our names being paged overhead. She's like, oh, okay. I don't think so, but okay. So then we like walk out. We go to the gate. It's like, boarding almost closed. We're like, what? Are you so-and-so and so-and-so? Yes. Oh, you're the last 2 to make it on the plane. Thanks for coming. So here we are, like kind of half cut after our beer mimosas because it's breakfast time and excited to go to Seattle to see our girl Taylor. And then we're walking like down the aisle and everyone's giving us the most dirty looks because we're the last ones on the plane. But we made it to Seattle and all was okay. That was the story.
That's a fun one.
But we did miss it. So we did hear our names overhead. So I have supersonic hearing.
Yeah. I've got a tip for everybody else. Know what time your flight leaves and be at the gate.
But also on your thing, sometimes the flight leaves at a different time that boarding closes. So that is something also to note.
Just know what time your flight is.
Well, yeah, but then some people are like, oh, I have until this time. So they're moseying, paying their bill at the bar. Some people deserve to miss
their flights.
No. I would love to interview a flight attendant. That'll be a next one.
If you're a flight attendant,
I kind of wanted to be a flight attendant. I'm a nurse. I could do it. There are doctors up there. They're the nurses. They're the firemen. They're the therapists. They're the
shout out to flight attendants.
Chefs. Yeah, seriously.
Go for it. You know what? Go for it.
I think I want to live my dream.
If you are a flight attendant, let us know. We'll talk to you.
I don't know any.
Let's do a career day episode.
Oh, I love a career day.
Never missed a flight, as weirdly as it sounds.
Layovers are tricky. So be
Time
careful.
zones.
Time zones
They'll
are weird.
get you. And midnight and noon are different. 24-hour clock exists.
Yes.
Think about that.
You didn't know that?
Close to missing my first flight to Bermuda, but I got
close.
there.
He made it. He almost got lost in the triangle. All right. Thanks for listening to this episode. Once again, if you like what you hear, or if you remotely tolerate it,
You're probably family.
give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music, and follow our Instagram. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Later.
Later.
See you later.